is my 2-balloon monkey, and was actually the very first balloon that I made up on my own. I think I was in Japan when I came up with it, but I don't remember exactly. Anyways, what we're going to do, we need 2 red balloons, inflated, again, it doesn't really matter that much. I guess I left about a little more than a middle finger's worth. Basically, you just need enough to get some twists out of, and if it gets too tight before you finish or you don't have enough, it's always correctable. And I know that I'm going to get comments about this, but this is how I work. This is how I've always worked. And if you learn to work this way too, you'll be better off for it. Because if you're glued to a ruler, I mean, you know, it takes time. How convenient is that? Alright. So what we're going to do to start, again, we want to make our first bubble very, very soft. Because we're going to be putting a couple of twists into it later. And we're going to really soften that bubble and, you know, grab a whole handful's worth. Then you're going to do a soft a soft bubble, which will be pinch twisted, another soft bubble because it will be mutilated later, and a third bubble matching that first soft bubble, which is then going to be twisted together, very much like making your regular poodle. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to pinch twist those 2 side bubbles. Okay? So how I do it, I just squish that middle bubble down towards the head and just turn that side bubble around. Come down, do the same thing, and turn it around so that those pinch twists are sticking out like that. Okay, now remember I said that we were going to be putting a couple of twists in this first bubble here? Well, what we're going to do is actually twist it in half and bring it down, take the knot, and wrap it around the head. And I usually wrap it, you know, around the ears and around a couple of different places to really secure it. I think I actually came up with this one time. I was trying to make a camel, and it didn't look much like a camel to me, but it sure did look like a monkey. So here we have the face of our monkey. Now what we're going to do, again, I like my neck's pretty small, so I put a pretty small bubble for the neck. I'm going to hold it with my pinky against my palm and stretching my thumb out all the way. Basically, just after my thumb is where I'm going to make that twist. Still holding it because I'm doing a series of bubbles, so I need to keep them all. I'm going to clip a small bubble, and I'm actually going to do on this 5 bubbles. I've stopped using, for the Pinch and Pop series, I don't use 3 anymore, I do 5, so that way I have 2 double pinch twists, and it just seems to be a lot more secure. And I don't like trying to, you know, when you have that one pinch twist, then you split it in half, and then it always comes undone, or one half is bigger than the other. So I've just started doing my Pinch and Pop series with 5 bubbles instead of 3. And so, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. And match that arm back up again, and twist it off. Now, as you can see, I've gotten very tight on this balloon. That's okay. I only need maybe 1 more twist out of it, maybe 2. Okay, now coming back to my Pinch and Pops, if I'm going to put them on a tree, then I'll actually pinch twist these up later, but otherwise I'll do it now and I'll pop it. So usually what I do is I'll twist 2 of them together and then individually pinch twist them, you see? And I usually do it about 3 times to make them real nice and secure, and then take the 2 of them together and rotate it around once more. Some people would say it's overkill, but on the other hand, I've never had a monkey's arm come undone. Same thing on the other side. A couple of times, split them, make 2 pinch twists out of them. Turn it around a couple of times, and there we go. And I usually keep that bubble until the very end, and that way, you know, I can warn them before I pop it. Now I'm going to take my second balloon, and I'm going to tie it in with the knot right underneath the neck, putting that bubble through and around the arms there. That just, again, keeps it all nice and secure, keeps it on. And now I'm going to look at it, and just like the rabbit, I'm going to decide, okay, what do I want to be the short stomach, the inside body bubble, and what's going to be the long bubble? Usually I use the new balloon as the short bubble, just because it's kind of got a different shape because of where you twisted that knot on. So I make about 3 fingers worth of a bubble. And now obviously your fingers are going to be different than my fingers, but that's okay. Because as long as your fingers are consistent to your own fingers, which I would hope they were, then you're going to get designs that are in proportion and in scale with themselves. So it's okay if yours comes out a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller than mine, but you'll be able to match your bubbles and know what you're doing. So, anyways, as you can see, I then twist in the top bubble so it's just a little bit longer than the bottom one, and twist them both together. And that's going to give me that nice kind of body shape again. This one we're just going to leave for a moment because all we need from this is one more pinch twist. And now I'm going to continue on with the rest of the monkey using this balloon. So again, you know, a monkey's front arms are longer than their back arms, so I'm going to try to make this one a little bit shorter than the back ones. And now this one, I just do it like a simple poodle leg, because I'm not going to do a pinch and pop on this. I'm going to keep these two together. So I just do a bubble, a small bubble, and match that first bubble. And again, the size of those back legs depends on the size of the front. I want them just slightly shorter than those front legs. And then I'm going to kind of wrap everything around itself, make sure it's nice and tight. And now I need one pinch twist out of this. Now this balloon is really kind of tight, so I'm gonna twist off my bubble, and then I'm just gonna kind of hold it by putting pressure with my arm against my body and squeeze this down so that I have an easy way to deflate the balloon without popping it. Okay? So there I deflate it, tie it off, and then I'm gonna pinch twist it. And this pinch twist is basically just kind of securing the whole thing and making sure that, you know, since I still have that other piece of the balloon, it's not going to all come unraveled and everything else. It also allows me a little bit more freedom in positioning the tail. Alright, and just take off that little piece because we do want this monkey to be gender neutral until we draw the eyelashes or not on it. And now we have it like this. So usually I just take it, you see I still have a little bit extra room to play with, and I just kind of curl it around and squish it up and down. Same like when you're shaping a heart, to train my balloon a little bit. Sometimes the tail comes out more curly, sometimes less. It's, as in nature, you know, no two are exactly quite the same. Okay, now I warn the kids and the parents, I don't want anybody to have a heart attack on my behalf. Okay guys, cover your ear, little pop coming up. And just pop that middle bubble. And there we have a cute little two balloon monkey. Sometimes I call it my 2 balloon, 1 balloon monkey. Because it's very similar to the 1 balloon monkeys, but because the second balloon, it's, I don't know, I think kind of cuter and a little bit more 3-dimensional-ish. And there it is.